It is day 24 of the self-quarantine today here in Los Angeles. As you can clearly see, right now I'm in HP Huntington Park doing a little bit of errands. All the stores right here, as you can see from both sides, all closed down. And even to make matters worse, anytime you want to go to a store, you have to be 6 feet apart, and they're only allowing a limited amount of people in each store. So you have to wait outside with tape on the floor and making sure that you're following social distancing. So right now I'm just finishing up some of the errands, but this is the reality that we're living in right now here in Los Angeles. With the social distancing, the limited number of people in stores, and all the closed businesses, all the non-essential businesses that you see, none of them are open. The only thing that are essential are the ones like the phones, the internet, liquor stores, and grocery stores as well. So that's the reality so far. To add to just a dimension of what is going on here in Los Angeles, I'm with my sister right now, helping her do some errands. And you can clearly see we're all wearing our masks. We're also having our gloves as well. We've noticed that a lot of people are not following suit. We're actually still seeing people throwing away used masks and used gloves. I can't stress this enough, that if you do this, you're contaminating things. And not only that, there's actually been breaking news that the coronavirus can be transmitted to animals. Just yesterday, in the Bronx, in the zoo, they tested a tiger that has been tested positive. So that, in my mind, means that pets can also be contracted with the virus. So do your best. Don't throw used gloves or masks at all. It is a hazard, and that could spread more of the disease. Earlier today, I was running some errands, taking care of business, and one of the first stops that I went to was a post office, just to mail up some letters that I needed to do. And when I went inside the post office, I noticed on the floor these signs saying social distancing, 6 feet apart, and it stretched out all the way to the front of the clerk desk. And everybody was abiding by that, and even some were wearing their masks as well. What was interesting is, as I was getting closer and closer to the clerk desk, even the workers themselves were wearing the masks themselves, even though they had two big, thick glasses right in front of them, and they were not taking any chances, regardless if the glass was thick enough or not. But other than that, it was actually a pretty good experience. Everybody was calm. After that, I went to the bank, but I decided not to go there at all, because while I was driving, I noticed that there was a long line. It stretched for over a block away. They were only allowing a limited number of people inside the bank to either use the ATMs or go to the bank clerks as well. Then after that, I was doing some other payments as well. For example, paying my internet and my cell phone bill. And again, in other stores, and even to pay phone and in the internet, there's even lines as well, tape or signs or both, telling people where to stand and how to stand 6 feet apart from each other. They're enforcing the social distancing in a lot of the businesses that I've seen so far. I was also noticing that a lot of people have been selling masks on the street, on the corners, and even in some stores that normally wouldn't sell any masks, but they've been selling them in ridiculous high prices. This is not the time to profit over other people's misery. This is the time to work together. This is the time to make sure that everyone has a mask, because right now it's going to be pretty soon, it's going to be enforced. Everyone is urged to wear some sort of covering in their face covering, because that's how we're going to combat this COVID-19. And if you're trying to profit over that, then you're part of the problem, not the solution. And if you do have types of masks, like for example, I went to a store, I'm not going to name it, but they were promoting that they had the N95 mask into their disposal, and I actually saw that they had it, but they were selling it $5 per mask. That's insane. That's expensive. And not a lot of people are going to use it at all, because those are the ones that you use it once and you throw it away. And $5 is way too much. And if you do have those masks in your disposal, you should really give it to the ones that need it, the doctors and nurses. They're the ones that are fighting the good fight against the coronavirus. And to say that you want to make an extra buck just shows how selfish you are and how bad of a person you really are, because you're not in it to fight together. You're not in this together. You're in it for just yourself. So for everyone that is donating N95 masks to the first responders, the nurses, and the doctors, I salute you. But for the others who are selling it, all I can say, shame on you. And finally, everyone, it did rain last night. It also rained really hard this morning. But right now, the clouds are parting. There's a nice little sunset right behind me. And that just goes to show you, even with a very bad storm, the clouds do part. It does go away. A sun does rise and even sets after a storm. So just like this pandemic, right? It is the storm that is brewing right now. It feels like there's no end, but there will be an end, and there will be a sunlight parting through the clouds. So I urge everyone to stay strong, stay calm, make sure you have each other's back, be safe, be kind, and have faith.